the regional transit so that we can improve public transportation, reduce emissions right here in the region. And building on what Mark Hertzgaard said was absolutely right, the effect that we can have on these local bodies. If we had just 10 or 15 people that started showing up regularly to the Board of Supervisors and the Air District and Regional Transit and SMUD, it really would make a big difference. They're not used to seeing people consistently there speaking for the public interest. They're used to special interests coming and looking for their own profits. But to have a group of dedicated people that learn the issues, they're not really used to that. And some of this money has to be spent in the neighborhoods that are the most disadvantaged, both socioeconomically and in pollution. And that includes the neighborhood just south of here and the neighborhood just east of here. Have to get some of that money. So if we all get together, we can make sure that money gets invested to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and improve air quality and also create jobs right here locally. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Steve Elias, and I've been active with Sierra Club for a long time. Motherload chapter is kind of the center for for Sacramento activists and Sierra Club. I'm sorry that there wasn't a bigger club presence here today in terms of membership looking around, but I wanted to just follow up on something that's in Mark's little bio that he didn't, I was waiting, thought maybe he would talk about it. He's part of a group called Climate Parents. I guess he's the founder of the group. So that really struck my eye, and I got a little email from somebody because I sent in a suggestion about today, but I'm actually thinking more along the lines of climate grandparents, because when I think of getting to that 20 million number, what that would mean in today's population, you know, which Mark talked about from 1970, I don't see any way to get there unless we can really get people motivated, you know, the broad population. I think the way to motivate those people is to, the general population, is to see people of my generation, the grandparent generation, maybe in a place like Washington, D.C., day after day, maybe in the street day after day, in their walkers and maybe their wheelchairs, being willing to get hauled away. You know, I think it might take something at that level, and these are the people who have the time. They don't have kids they have to take care of. They're retired. They don't have to be there for a job. So I'm just throwing that out as a possibility, as an organizing possibility within one of these larger groups like Sierra Club or 350 or what have you, and just to try to make that happen. So anybody interested, please talk to me.
Good morning. I'm Karen Jacques. I'm a longtime Central City activist and founder of the Midtown Neighborhood Association. And I have a couple of comments about the city where I think it continues to fall down badly. One is in its approval of water-guzzling businesses. It's our mayor who brought Nestle's here and is sucking our groundwater. And we also continue to approve tons of, and craft beer is great, but they're highly water intensive, and the city's not looking at any limits on the number of them. I think the city needs to look at its own water use and its approval of water use and highly intensive water use in businesses. The city has avoided having a deconstruction ordinance for years. Most other cities and municipalities in California do. When I was on the Preservation Commission, many of us on that commission then advocated for a deconstruction ordinance. When it goes to higher levels in the city, it goes into a total black hole. Our trees, we're the city of trees, and we're in terrible trouble. MNA is one of the founders of a coalition that's been fighting to preserve our urban forest, which, if you look around in the grid, is disappearing. Developers are, in fact, encouraged to take trees down when they build new projects. They're encouraged to plant small conical and lollipop trees, not shade trees, because they might have to be trimmed lopsided if they're next to a taller building. We have a real disaster. We have a new tree ordinance going forward It's something that people need to follow. I don't think it's looking good. It's looking to me like it's going to be pro-developer and to hell with trees. One last comment, the city, which has put all its money into an arena, ought to be looking at things like streetlights. I walk if it's within 10 miles, I walk it or run it. But I don't dare do that at night anymore because of the armed robberies, and streetlights might help. But city never budgets for that.
How y'all doing today? I'm Joe. I'm with 350. We're actually teaming up with Access Sacramento to start up a radio project where either weekly or monthly keep everyone informed on local climate change issues. Our main thing we're looking for is someone interested in learning how to work the actual radio equipment, but if you're interested in anything from content to being a host, just on any level, if you're interested, just come see me later.
Good afternoon. My name is Faye Kennedy, and I'm one of the endorsing group with the Coalition to Stop Sacramento Natural Gas. And I would like to really encourage us to really think about urban planning and really rethink how we do that, particularly in some of our older communities, communities of color. So people want to advocate biking. I'm all for biking, but we don't have certain resources in our community. There's not grocery stores. We don't even have public transportation coming into a lot of our communities. So we have to really rethink and make sure we have a diverse group of people at the table to share their insights. This is a good beginning, and I'm really good that our coalition was asked to be a part of this. We won a wonderful battle against Sacramento Natural Gas, who wanted to put gas underneath our homes in the communities. We didn't think we were going to win, so thank all of you who came out and supported us, and thank you very much.